What's up? What's good? What's going on, Sagittarius? Cosmo just scratched the shit out of me. Anyways, I'll be all right. Let's tap in and see what's going on with you at this time, Sag. Let's see what's the current energy. How can I show up and be a friend? Sag, these are general messages, but you know that. So just take what resonates and chuck the rest for someone else, okay? Don't forget to make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bells on. We are all live streams for the month of Sagittarius season. We'll be include a giveaway at the end, okay? Okay, so Sagittarius, we have mirror, mirror. So there's something about facing yourself and others. I think that there's someone in your energy, Sagittarius. I'm almost positive there's someone in your energy that is attached to an external situation. Okay. They are attached to an external situation. And Spirit is telling me that with facing yourself and others, you're going to know, like, this person is attached to a situation the way that you have been attached to a situation in the past. It's not it's not like there's committed, like this person isn't committed to someone from their past. Okay. However, they are loyal to someone to their past. And I do feel like that, you have been here before. Okay. I do feel like that, let's see. There's definitely something about whatever you're seeing in this present connection. This person is currently struggling with something that you have dealt with before. And it's not to say to deal with them because you've dealt with it before, but this person is in your life because there are some unresolved, unpicked up gems from that era of your life. Through this experience in your present moment, it is allowing you to go back and recollect those gems, but you have to be of a conscious mind in order to do so. Let's see. What else does Sag need to know at this time? What's going on with Sag at this time? I don't know why I'm shuffling that way. I have no idea, but I am. Yeah, I see poker face. It says hiding their true feelings. And someone is definitely in your energetic space. And I do feel like that this person is mirroring back a lot to you. I do feel like that there was a situation that kind of like taught you to kind of like hold your cards close to your chest, because I don't know if this is the situation that I'm allowed to have those emotions in. And because of that, I'm going to hold them close to my chest. That's what's going on here. Yeah, trust the signs. The universe is speaking clearly. And so now it's like there's a need to take a recharge. There's a need to really recharge. Look at this situation from another perspective. Take a break so that you can see this situation from another perspective. Let me see, Spirit. What's going on here for Sag? What's going on here for Sag? Thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. Look, commitment issues. I told you. Commitment issues. So I definitely feel like, and look what's right back at the bottom of the deck. I definitely feel like that there is someone here. It's like, does this person have commitment issues? Yes. This person has commitment issues in a sense that they're not sure how they truly, is this a safe place for them to reveal their emotions? I feel like that I'm speaking to someone that was conditioned inside of a situationship. And I feel like that there is someone that you're dealing with that is also being conditioned inside of a situationship. The thing about it is I think that the two of you all fell inside of those situationships. And now it has dictated the way that you're trying to move forward and doing new connections. And it's coming up as connection issues, commitment issues, because you were never fully allowed to commit to those relationships that you fell for. This person is mirroring that back to you. And the reason this person is mirroring that back to you, so that you can go and correct the behavior that you established as survival techniques to survive that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you were committed. You were committed and loyal to a situationship. The situationship was not. And so it did not create a stable environment for you to really technically commit to it. And so the way that you chose to latch onto it and to attach to it, it shows up as commitment issues. This person is mirroring that same thing. Spirit is asking you to unlearn that. Because it created an emotional detached behavior. How is Sag, what is that? The Nine of Pentacles. How is Sag showing up? Nine of Pentacles, very independent. Yeah, I'll work with you, but it's only if you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And that doesn't, like, commitment don't work that way. Okay? So I do feel like that you're showing up as very independent and learning how to collaborate in a healthy way. Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. But let me see. That fell out a little funny. I'm going to get it out here and then I'll pull my cards, okay? All right, Spirit, show me clear, concise messages. So now that we know the situation, how is my Sag showing up here, Spirit? How is my Sagittarius showing up here? We'll do the flipper for how you're showing up, and then I'll get the external influences, the opportunity, challenge, advice, and likely outcome. So the flipper for how Sag is showing up is the King of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So it's like you're showing up as someone, you're ready to take action. You're showing up in the King of Wands. That is your energy, Sag. But you're definitely showing up as someone that is ready to take action, ready to delegate roles. You're coming up as someone as a leader. We do have the Two of Pentacles. So it does look like that you're trying to find some sort of balance. You're trying to maintain some sort of equilibrium in order to bring some sort of vision into fruition. We have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So external influences here. We do have the Page of Swords. Could be a younger Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but this is definitely someone that you're in communication with at this time, I'm getting. They may not be revealing as much as you would like them to reveal. The opportunity here is the Two of Cups. The opportunity is the Two of Cups. I just heard Libra. The challenge here is the King of Cups. That's that emotional detachment. This is the two of you all not being willing to, not really. The challenge is the two of you all not really being emotionally vulnerable. The advice here is the Four of Pentacles. You know, with this particular Four of Pentacles, I'm getting the energy of, you know, like that's a young man and he's on a throne. So I would take that as like a, you know, a prince, like his father, not quite his father, but also not quite a child, right? This is a young man. And I'm getting the energy of, you know, young men use what they use what they use to benefit them. So with your advice being the Four of Pentacles, I do feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like young men, they save up just to take a girl on a date when they want to. But other than that, they're greedy, right? They're stingy, all about them. But when they're ready to take someone on a date, they'll splurge on that. And the Four of Pentacles does speak about saving up for a major purchase. So I do feel like that Spirit is saying that there is, like, don't serve it all up on a silver platter, but there is the right moment to be generous within this situation. And it does require your discernment. The likely outcome, we do have the 10 of Wands. So this isn't going to be a walk in the park. Whatever this partnership is, whatever the opportunity is, which is partnership, it is going to require delegation. Okay, it's going to require work to get to this 2 of Cups. But I do feel like that it is possible, but only if you're willing to see yourself in this situation instead of just criticizing and picking apart what is not going your way per se. So this is going to require, I see this going towards commitment. I do see this in divine time, and I do see this going towards a solid commitment, but it's not going to come without its work, because one, it's like there needs to be some, because the 2 of you all have experienced this conditioning of detaching and not allowing your, like, the situations that the 2 of you all fell for in the past didn't permit for you to handle them from an emotional aspect. So the 2 of you all are craving emotional fulfillment. However, the way that you are going about it is in direct conflict with acquiring that emotional fulfillment. So Spirit is saying, slow down, reserve your energy, and take a more practical approach to don't take an emotional reaction to this. It's not going to work. And you already know why it's not going to work with this person from personal experiences, not with this person, but with yourself. Ooh, Sag, I hope I'm making sense. Why is the King of Cups in the challenging position? The King of Cups. The 9 of Cups. So there's also this energy of someone being very emotionally, like, because they sacrificed emotional for you and this person, because there was such an emotional sacrifice in the past, there's this over analyzing of how to be emotionally diplomatic in the present. Yeah. It's like I'm speaking to you and you're dealing with someone, and it could have been them. The death of a mother, the transition of a mother could have turned their back. You see, someone felt like, it just feels someone has mother issues. Okay. Regardless of how they come about, there's mother issues here. Yeah, the 10 of Swords, the Empress, the 10 of Swords. You see what I'm saying? There's a heavy betrayal there. Temperance. That's what needs to be healed in order to have the 4th. Damn. Oh, wow. That's what needs to be healed. Whatever that mother wound is, that's what needs to be healed in order to have the 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. There could be some sort of concept, mindset that was developed within that mother wound that doesn't allow someone to fully establish a happy union. Okay. Let me look at this person. Show me the Page of Swords for the external influence. Page of Swords. Clarify this Page of Swords for Sag, please. So the Knight of Cups is coming out in the reverse, okay, for external influences. I'm not going to take it in the reverse, but I am going to acknowledge that it hit in the reverse. We do have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So this is someone that you're in. So external influences, I do feel like that this person is in communication with, like, I do feel like that this person has a choice. Like, I do feel like that this is a lover boy. I do feel like that there is, like, whatever it is that they're desiring to develop with you, it's in development. Like, whatever it is that they're desiring with you, it is in developmental stages. And it is complicated because this person is also entertaining other options, because this person has commitment issues, okay? This person is entertaining other options because they establish that it's best for them. Okay, so let's just say that whoever it is that you're dealing with, this person fell head over heels in a commitment, in a situationship. Someone that they fell head over heels for someone that wasn't willing to commit to them. But they were willing to keep holding on to them, right? So then this person developed tactics to sustain that so they didn't get them feelings hurt. So this person was in love with their situationship, but their situationship told them to, like, we're just doing this thing on the side. You can have other relationships because I got this thing going on and I'm not letting it go. Now this person has developed a core mindset, a core memory that when I love someone, or that when I'm loyal to someone, I'm dedicated to someone, it's okay to entertain other options. And so this person was conditioned that there's no need to have an emotional reaction to that because it's normal. So your advice is the Four of Pentacles. Don't respond to this situation emotionally because they've been conditioned that that's unacceptable. You got to know who you're dealing with. Not saying that you have to deal with this. I'm just telling you the strongest energy in your situation. And that's why Spirit is saying the likely outcome of this is some work. This is going to be some work because this is someone that is conditioned based off of what they have accepted up until now. Okay. What is this Knight of Cups energy? Show me more. The Six of Swords. They are trying to move, like they are hopeful. They are optimistic about moving away from the battlefield, trying to move away from multiple options. I do see this person, the Seven of Cups. I do see this person trying to move away from multiple options and trying to acquire, like, this is someone that is looking for something more realistic than what they have been acquiring up until now. But this person has, like with the Knight of Cups and then the Seven of Cups, they, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this person doesn't really know the direct path, but they know that there's more than one way to skin this cat. So I do feel like that this person is trying to navigate away from the multi-choice, but there is still multi-choice around this person. You see the Two of Swords. They're in between a rock and a hard place. They want to get away from that, but this person doesn't appear to exactly know how. And Spirit is saying, facing yourself and others, because you're the King of Wands to the Two of Pentacles. The King of Wands has a vision. The Two of Pentacles is someone that's trying to find balance, so it's like you have a vision, but you're trying to figure out how to bring that into fruition. So your advice is the Four of Pentacles. Hold back. Don't become too wasteful. Don't apply too much resources to this situation. The Page of Wands. Look at this more like an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to do different things for your fiance than you do for your girlfriend. You're going to do different things for your girlfriend than you do for someone that you're just dating. Okay. So the Page of Wands is about reserve your resources for the current events, not for what you're hoping and not what you see this person's potential to be, and not because you know what this person is struggling like. Hold your cards and play your cards according to what the current situation is based off of this person. Because if this person is showing up as non-committal right now, there's no need in you showing up with committal behavior. The Eight of Wands. Enjoy the journey. Show me more on the Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands. And then I am seeing this star behind his head there in the Page of Wands. So I definitely want you to maintain your optimism and hopefulness, okay? The Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands. So Spirit is saying, reserve your resources, embark on this adventure. The Page of Wands is good news. It's a good adventure. It's an adventure. And it's meant to bring about growth, okay? And the Eight of Wands is about enjoying the journey. The Five of Wands is that energy of determination, okay? I also feel like that there is hold back from becoming too reckless or too passionate during communication, misunderstandings via communication, okay? Like, don't become too emotionally reactive when it comes to miscommunication with this person. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. I have to be honest with you. Seven of Pentacles. In due time, the two of you all will, in due time, I have to be honest, but you have to know what you can tolerate. But in due time, this does look like that the two of you all elevate and morph into the divine counterparts that are needed. Because even though that you can't see it, the King of Cups is right here. He's looking this way. The King of Wands is over here and he's looking this way. So the two of you all are your masculine and masculine energy is looking at each other through this metamorphosis, through development, through not reacting emotionally to the miscommunications or to the hiccups along the way. Your feminine energies also become eye to eye. And I like this. Some of you are, there's a water fire combination here. So like either your sun is water, or your Sagittarius fire sun, their water sun, or like a Venus, because it's definitely given with the Two of Cups. It's definitely given me as a reader Venus energy. So there could be like a fire, water, Venus here. Yeah, the World card. There's a new cycle that is possible here. But Spirit is definitely wanting you to evaluate what you're giving your attention to and pay attention to what it got you in the past. Let's look at this. Let's look at the opportunity. Let's look at the Two of Cups. So the opportunity here inside of this situation is the Two of Cups. It is partnership, soul recognition, unified love. That is the opportunity. Clarify this. Yeah, look, victory and success, definitely. But there is some toxicities that need to be cut through. There are some repressed emotions that have to be addressed. But there's absolutely an opportunity to have a successful partnership here. So the likely outcome, let's look at the word, because nobody's saying this is going to be easy. Somebody's just saying that there's an opportunity to have a successful soulmate union within this connection, but it only happens when you focus on seeing yourself in this situation instead of criticizing and picking apart the way that they don't show up for you. Not to say tolerate them not showing up for you, but it is to see it. See the reflection. It says reflective relationship. So whatever this relationship is for you, it's definitely reflective. It's meant for you to become self-aware. The Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Moon card and the Four of Swords. So I do feel like that it's going to be a lot of work, because it's going to require you all to face your shadow side. And it is going to require, I feel like that this connection is going to have a lot of periods where things are coming up to the surface. You're forced to deal with that, and that is going to put you all in a moment of rest. And so I do feel like that this connection is going to have breaks and stops in between it, okay? And it is to help you all face, the Eight of Pentacles. It's meant for self-development. So I do feel like that the work, like this connection, this soulmate connection, it is a connection that requires work, okay? Some people get dream jobs where they're like literally no heavy lifting. And then some people's dream job really is all about that manual labor. Whatever this partnership is, it does require manual labor because the two of you all are having to face a lot of your fears, are having to go into the deepest part of repressed emotions to do some healing, to do some to do some healing, to get some clarity on how you were operating in survival behavior just to survive current situations, but that's not naturally who you all are. Oh, wow. If you can do so, this is nice. If you can do so, this is nice. What's the most important thing for Sagittarius to know walking away from this? Most important thing for Sag to know? The King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so a few cards came out. This was the first card that came out, King of Pentacles. Most important thing for you to know, I do feel like that this is a stable connection. I just feel like that it is complicated, and I do feel like that there is a fear of like what real commitment looks like because of what you all have settled for up until this point. I also have the Tower card and the Eight of Swords. You're going to have to make a radical change to the way that your mind works. There is a radical change needed in your thinking process, okay? Yeah. The Eight of Swords to the Tower card. There's definitely a mindset that is keeping you held back. And I do feel like that in order for this connection to stabilize, this mindset needs to be blown apart. Spirit, can you give me any type of insight into what that mindset is? What is the Eight of Swords here? Inner child. It's definitely, there's a need to definitely heal the childhood wounds so that you can reconnect with joy. There's a need to be more joyful, be more playful, learn to stop overthinking everything. There's a need to reconnect with one's innocence. Safe space. Yeah. That Eight of Swords is feeling like always looking for the next shoe to drop, over analyzing it, looking for like not allowing things to flow because of fear of your own safety, and therefore needing to know every little thing. And when there's moments of extended periods of silence with the Four of Swords, because that will be something that is present in this partnership. When there's that extended periods of silence, what are the stories that you tell yourself? Why do you tell yourself this? That's work for you to do during that moment of rest. But there is some sort of inner childhood wound that has to be blown apart and addressed in order for this connection to come together. So embrace the safe space, find comfort in the periods of solitude. In divine timing, this connection you will get everything that you're looking for in this connection will be paid back to you. However, you have to be willing to put the work in and do the self-reflecting, okay? All right, guys. So this storyline could involve a Cancer, an Aries, a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aries, a Scorpio, a Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Gemini, Leo, Cancer. All right, guys, I absolutely love you. I hope that these messages were able to bring you some guidance and clarity. And thank you for not judging my little setup. Because, honey, I knew you needed a reading, but I wasn't willing to get up out of bed. I love you.